Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the Feb month. So let's start. First question is, the Committee Cabinet on Security CCS approved how much amount to procure more than 200 BrahMos extended range supersonic cruise missiles for the Indian Navy warship. So Cabinet Committee on Security, they have approved 19,000 crore rupees, right? And it was to procure more than 200 BrahMos extended range cruise missile, and they were for the Indian Navy. Right option here becomes option 5. Savera program. This Savera program is of which state? Which state launched it? It was launched by Haryana government. Savera program. Then India's poverty level is down to 5% of the population as per the Niti Aayog's report. Next, which state government has recently partnered with World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for climate resilience? It is Goa. Right? Goa has recently partnered with World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for climate resilient. This initiative aims to access and mobilize finance to implement low carbon and climate resilient investment in Goa and also work towards sustainable development goals. Next, tell me, 13th edition of World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference was held where? It was held in Abu Dhabi. Then Bharat Tax 2024. This was held where? It was held in New Delhi, inaugurated by PM Modi. Next, which company has recently partnered with 5 Indian banks, that is IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Axis Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank and Karur Vysya Bank to introduce India's first virtual ATM? Which is that? It is Paymart India. This partnered with 5 banks. Correct? And the transaction limit, if we talk about, the minimum withdrawal amount is 100 rupees and the maximum can be 2000 rupees per transaction. And there is a monthly cap of 10,000 rupees for virtual ATM withdrawals. Apart from this, tell me, where was the India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair? India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair was established at where? It was established at IIM Shillong. IIM Shillong. Next, which bank or organization approved the loan of $23 million to India for India promoting research and innovation through development of Finance Institute at GIFT City? I repeat, which bank approved the loan of $23 million for the India promoting research and innovation through development of FinTech Institute at GIFT City? This will be Asian Development Bank, ADB, right? Asian Development Bank has approved this amount. So right option here becomes option 2. And the project here aims to construct a sustainable and climate resilient international FinTech Institute that will be in the GIFT City, and GIFT City is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Correct? Then next, tell me, who launched Investor Information and Analytics Platform? Investors Information and Analytics Platform. This Investor Information and Analytics Platform was launched by Rajiv Chandrasekhar. Next, India Ratings and Research Private Limited lowered India's GDP growth forecast for fiscal year 25 to dash. So, according to them, India's fiscal year 25 will be in India in fiscal year 25 will be growing by 6.5%. This data was released by Indra, that is India Rating and Research, correct? And they have increased the India's GDP forecast for financial year 24. If we talk about, it has been increased to 6.9%. That was earlier 6.7%. It has been increased to 6.9%. But if we talk about the third quarter of fiscal year 24, India grew by 8.4%. Right? Next, tell me, recently SIDBI partnered with which state in order to develop startup ecosystem there? So this is Bihar. Take a note of this. SIDBI has partnered with Bihar in order to develop a startup ecosystem in the state of Bihar. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Administrative Officer of World Bank Group? I repeat, who has been recently appointed as MD and Chief Administrative Officer of World Bank Group? Wenchai Zhang. Right? Apart from this, remember, Wenchai Zhang was served as the Vice President of Exim Bank of China previously. Not just this, if I ask you, world's largest grain storage scheme. World's largest grain storage scheme. This was launched by whom? It was launched by PM Modi, and the world's largest grain storage scheme is of India. Right? Then recently, how many astronauts will be going to the moon or will be going on the Gaganyaan mission? So 4 astronauts will be going on the Gaganyaan mission. Remember this also. Next, name the company that has recently launched Pratham, world's first user-friendly video analytics platform. Pratham, that is the world's first user-friendly video analytics platform. This was launched by whom? Assert SecureTech Private Limited. This unique user-friendly platform is patented for their innovative approach to use artificial intelligence, and here Pratham will enable the users to analyze and utilize video data effectively. Then Pratham can translate in Hindi also. Right? Then next thing, if I ask you, tell me, recently India's second spaceport is in which state? And it was inaugurated by PM Modi recently. So ISRO's second spaceport is in Tamil Nadu. Next, Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, that is your SpaceX, they launched a dash country satellite Mera Puti 2. Mera Puti 2. This was launched using Falcon 9 rocket of SpaceX. Question asked here is that this Mera Puti 2, this is the satellite of which country? It is an Indonesian satellite, right? And it was launched using Falcon 9 rocket, and this was the 300th successful flight of Falcon 9 rocket. Then which state has recently launched a universal life insurance scheme? A universal life insurance scheme. This was launched by which state? It was launched by Nagaland. Nagaland has launched universal life insurance scheme. Next, who has recently won the inaugural freestyle chess GOAT challenge by defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana? Magnus Carlsen. He is the world's #1 chess player and he has won the freestyle chess GOAT challenge by defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana. Correct? Next, remember Jeffries, right? They have released a report that stated that India will become the third largest economy in the world by 2027. Next, Paytm shifted their nodal account to Dash Bank from Paytm Payments Bank. So, Paytm, they shifted their nodal account to Axis Bank from the Paytm Payments Bank. Right? Next, tell me recently Vantara. Vantara, what is it? It is a animal welfare initiative that is in Jamnagar. Jamnagar is in Gujarat, and Vantara was set up by Reliance Foundation. Right? Next thing, remember, if I ask you which country was removed from the grey list? Grey list is the list that is of FATF, Financial Action Task Force, and this list basically is of the countries who do terror financing. So UAE was put on the list last year, and now UAE has been removed from the grey list. Next, which company has recently honored with the Innovative Technologies Development Award at the Building India 2047 Technology for Better Tomorrow? And this was at the IIT Madras Corporate Social Responsibility Summit. So it is REC Limited, right? They have been honored with Innovative Technology Development Award. This was during the Building India 2047, the event that was held at IIT Madras Corporate Social Responsibility Summit. Right? Then tell me, where was the world's third largest mosque? Third largest mosque inaugurated, or it is in Algeria. Third largest mosque, world's third largest mosque. Next, which of the transformative portals was not launched by Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur to modernize India's media industry at New Delhi in Feb 2024? Tell me, which of the following portals were not launched here? So all these portals were launched except CPGRMAS portal, right? All these portals were launched, correct? And it was launched by Anurag Singh Thakur to modernize India's media and industry at New Delhi in Feb month they were launched. Then Zurich Insurance, they will be acquiring how much percent stake in Kotak General? So Zurich Insurance, they will be acquiring 70% stake in Kotak General. Next, which of the following companies have recently signed an MOU facilitated by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to launch IMPEL AI program to empower Indian AI startups? Which is it? So remember, Microsoft and iCreate. These are the two organizations, two companies, they signed an MOU to facilitate MEITY to launch IMPEL AI program that will empower the Indian AI startups. Even remember, Government of India has said that in order to start an AI company, they need to first take permission from the government in order to set up all their infrastructure. Next, RBI announced that the interest equalization scheme for pre and post shipment rupee export credit was extended by the Government of India till 30th of June 2024 with an additional allocation of 2500 crore rupees. Then apart from this, remember Amazon Pay recently got the payment aggregator license from RBI. Then Jana Small Finance Bank, they partnered with which organization for digital banking services? It is Dwara Money. Dwara Money partnered, or Jana Finance Bank partnered with Dwara Money for digital banking services. Next, which country's Coast Guard, Navy Force have recently conducted the 16th edition of the biennial trilateral Coast Guard exercise, that is Dosti 16. So this Dosti 16, this exercise was conducted between the Coast Guard of which two countries or which three countries, because it is a trilateral exercise, right? So Indian Coast Guard, Sri Lankan Coast Guard and Maldives National Defence Force. All these three countries and their Coast Guard together conducted this exercise. What is the location where this exercise was held? It was held in Mali, Maldives. Right? Next. In Feb, CCI approved the acquisition of up to -% of equity share capital of Precol Limited by Minda Corporation Limited. So, CCI approved the acquisition of up to 8.79% stake, and who will be acquiring? It will be acquired by Minda Corporation Limited. And who will be acquired? Precol Limited will be acquired by Minda Corporation Limited. 8.79% will be acquired here. Then apart from this, tell me who has been appointed as the Director of Skill Development Ministry. Tatung Padi has been appointed as the Director of Skill Development Ministry. Next, Manohar Joshi, a former Chief Minister of State and former Lok Sabha Speaker, passed away. So Manohar Joshi, he was the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra and former Speaker of Lok Sabha, who recently passed away at the age of 86 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. He served as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra from 1995 till 1999, and he was the first leader from the undivided Shiv Sena party to occupy the Chief Minister post in Maharashtra. Next is, when was Central Excise Day observed across India? So Central Excise Day is observed on 24th of Feb across India, and it is to highlight the contribution of CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, that are responsible for administrating the indirect taxes in India, and GST is an indirect tax, remember that also. Right? Next thing, if I ask you, tell me who has been appointed as the first women Director of World Bank body. First women Director of World Bank will be Geeta Batra. Right? Next, which organization under the Ministry of MEITY partnered with Northern Communication to develop AI-based general purpose thermal cameras? Which is it? It is Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Right? Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Right? They have recently partnered. They have partnered with Northern Communication to develop AI-based general purpose thermal cameras. Correct? Next, Zurich Insurance acquired -% stake in Kotak Mahindra General Insurance for 5,560 crore rupees, and we just saw the answer here is 70%. Then tell me who has been recently, or who has assumed the charge of the Director for Operations of NTPC. He will be Ravindra Kumar. Right? Then tell me who has been recently appointed as the Director or in Women and Child Development Ministry. So Arkaja Das has been appointed as the Director in Women and Child Development Ministry. Next, in which state the 5th edition of India-Japan Joint Military Exercise Dharma Guardian was held in Feb? So 5th edition of Dharma Guardian exercise was held where? What is the name of the location or the state where this was held? The location is Rajasthan, and it was the 5th edition of Dharma Guardian exercise that was held between India and Japan. Right? Take a note of this. Apart from this, who has been appointed as the Deputy Secretary of Ministry of Steel? Nitin Jain. Nitin Jain has been appointed as the Deputy Secretary of Ministry of Steel. Next, In which city Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated two institutes of the Ministry of Ayush, that is Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy and Nisarg Gram. So CRIYN and Nisarg Gram, these are the two institutes of the Ministry of Ayush that were launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And where were they launched? They were launched in Pune, Maharashtra. These two major hospitals and research institutes that are related to yoga and neuropathy, correct? Take a note of this, right? They are important and they are in Pune, Maharashtra. Just to make this more clear, remember friends, this Nisar Gram, this is in Pune, Maharashtra. But if I ask about this Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy, this, where this will be? This is in Jhajjar, Haryana. Right? So take a note of this, right? Nisar Gram is in Pune, Maharashtra, and this Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy, this is in Jhajjar, Haryana. Next, which country has recently collaborated with India under the Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Program for transboundary tiger conservation in Sundarbans? It is Bangladesh. I repeat, Bangladesh collaborated with India under India Tiger Habitat Conservation Program for transboundary tiger conservation in Sundarban area. Correct? Then if I ask you friends, tell me, recently India is planning to launch their own international space station by 2035. Next, Feliti Pentila Teo is said to be sworn in as the 14th Prime Minister of Dash country. So, she will be becoming the Prime Minister, that is the 14th Prime Minister of Tuvalu. Right? Tuvalu. Next, if I ask you, tell me, recently there is a book, that is The Great Flap of 1942. This book was authored by whom? M. Padmanabhan, right? Padmanabhan. And this book, that is The Great Flap of 1942, authored by M. Padmanabhan. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Vigilance Commissioner in the CVC, that is Central Vigilance Commission. So, Aretu S. Rajiv has been appointed as the Vigilance Commissioner in the Central Vigilance Commission. Correct? Next, how many medals were won by India at the Badminton World Federation Para Badminton World Championship 2024? So, a total of 18 medals were won, 3 gold, 4 silver and 11 bronze. They were won during the Badminton World Federation's Para Badminton World Championship. Where was this held? The location is also important. This was held in Thailand, Pattaya, Thailand, right? And this was the 14th edition of the biannual event organized by BWF. Next, formal job creation under the Employees State Insurance Corporation went up by 18.2% month on month to dash in December 2023. So it went up to $1.88 million. 1.88 million in December 2023. Next, in Feb, the center had announced that the 3 new criminal laws, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita and Bharatiya Saksha Act will be effective from 1st of July 2024. Next, PM Narendra Modi visited Jammu and Kashmir on 20th of Feb 2024, and during his visit, PM inaugurated the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Vijaypur, Samba, Jammu, established cost of over dash. So, PM Modi visited Jammu and Kashmir, and during his visit, he inaugurated AIIMS Vijaypur that was built at a cost of how much amount? At 1660 crore rupees. Right? The important thing to remember that AIIMS in Jammu will be located where? It will be located at Vijaypur. Right? Next, which ministry has recently signed an MOU with Ministry of Ayush for the nutritional improvement in adolescent girls through Ayurveda intervention? So, which ministry recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Ayush? It is Ministry of Women, Child and Development. Correct? Apart from this, friends, if I ask you, when do we observe Central Excise Day? It is observed on 24th of Feb. World NGO Day, it is observed on 27th of Feb. National Science Day on 28th of Feb. And Rare Disease Day, it is observed on 29th of Feb. Next, which of the following association has recently signed an MOU with Election Commission of India for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha Poles. It is IBA, that is Indian Bank Association, and DOP, Department of Post. Both of them recently signed an MOU with Election Commission of India for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha polls. Right? Next, which airline has recently recognized as the designed Indian carrier by Ministry of Finance? It will be Akasa Air. Right? Ministry of Finance recognized Mumbai, Maharashtra based Akasa Air as a designated Indian carrier. Correct? Take a note of this. This is important question. Next, in Feb, RBI approved HDFC Bank Limited to sell -% of issued and paid up share capital of HDFC Credilia Financial Service Limited. So about 90.01% share of HDFC Bank Limited, or they have approved HDFC Bank Limited to sell 90.01% share of the HDFC Credilia Financial Limited. Right? Next, how many medals were won by India at the stage 1 of the Archery Asia Cup 2024 held at Baghdad, Iraq in Feb 2024? So a total of 14 medals were won by India at the stage 1 of Archery Asia Cup 2024. Among these, 9 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze. Right? And location where this event was held is Baghdad, Iraq. Next, the English edition of Fool Bahadur, the first ever novel to be translated from Magahi language to English, was launched in Feb 2024. Who translated the book into English? This was translated by Abhay K. Right? Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, along with Ajay Singh, Press Secretary to the President of India and Principal Secretary to the Government of Bihar, as Siddharth, they have launched English edition of Fool Bahadur, the first ever novel to be translated from Maghai to English language. And the book was translated by Indian poet, diplomat, editor and translator Abhay K. Next, SBI approved dash amount loan to Apollo Microsystems for a new project in Hyderabad, Telangana. So SBI has approved a 110 crore rupees loan to Apollo Microsystems for a new project in Hyderabad, Telangana. Next, which IIT recently signed an MOU with NICDC to assess locations for setting up greenfield smart cities? In order to set up greenfield smart cities, we have to first find the locations that will be suitable for the same. So for this, which IIT signed an MOU with NICDC? It is IIT Delhi. Next, which Indian institute recently signed an MOU with the Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicines for the Government of Kingdom of Thailand to establish academic collaboration in Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicines? So which is that institute? It is NIA of Jaipur, National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. And this MOU will foster academic collaboration in Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicines. Correct? Next, which company has recently launched India's first and South Asia's largest integrated ammunition manufacturing complex in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh? It is Adani Defence and Aerospace. Right? So Adani Defence and Aerospace launched India's first and South Asia's largest integrated ammunition manufacturing complex in Kanpur, UP. Moving on. Name the union ministry who recently launched the SWAYAM, that is Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds Plus platform. So SWAYAM Plus was launched to offer employability and professional development. So who is that union minister who launched this SWAYAM Plus? It was launched by our Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, who is also our Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Minister. Next, which bank has recently collaborated with Innoviti Technologies to create Omnium, an advanced omni-channel payment platform? It is RBL Bank. Right? RBL Bank collaborated with Innoviti Technologies to create Omnium, an advanced omni-channel payments platform. This platform utilizes retailer data and streamlines the business process to facilitate faster growth with minimal effort. Next, in which state India's third aircraft museum, which features Indian Navy's decommissioned Tu-142M aircraft, which was inaugurated in Feb 2024? This will be Andhra Pradesh, right? So India's third aircraft museum, which features Indian Navy's decommissioned Tu-142M aircraft, is where? Where is this third museum? It is in Andhra Pradesh. Next, Indian Army inducted a 46-meter modular bridge military load classification 70. Which organization or company designed and developed this bridge? So this was developed by DRDO. This is a modular bridge, right? Next, which state or institution recently topped the medal tally with 21 medals in Khelo India Winter Games? So if we talk about Khelo India Winter Games, remember there is a mascot that you need to remember. What is the name of the mascot here? Shine Shi, right? Shine Shi. This is a snow leopard, correct? And it is the mascot of Khelo India Winter Games, right? And Indian Army finished or has topped the medal tally by 21 medals. Among these 21, 10 were gold, 5 were silver, and 6 were bronze. And the mascot here is Shine Shi, correct? And if we talk about the states, Karnataka was on the second position on first Indian Army, Karnataka second position, and Maharashtra third position. Next, in Feb, Indian Ghazal singer and Padma Shri awardee Pankaj Keshubhai Udas recently passed away. Question asked here is, in which year Pankaj Keshubhai Udas received Padma Shri award in the field of arts? So in the year 2006, Pankaj Keshubhai Udas received the Padma Shri award in the field of arts in 2006. Next, which state's governor recently launched his 212th book titled Basic Structure and Republic? It is P.S. Sridharan Pillai, governor of Goa, right, has launched his 212th book titled Basic Structure and Republic. Right, this first copy of the book was received by S. Shirodkar, Goa's Minister for Water Resource Department, and this book is based on the Golden Jubilee speeches of Keshwananda Bharti versus Sannyasi case. Next, what was the theme of the National Science Day that was observed across India on 28th of Feb 2024? So, theme of the National Science Day is Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. This is the theme that you need to remember for National Science Day, and this was the 38th National Science Day observed on 28th of Feb. Next, name the cricketer who has recently become the 11th batsman to hit a triple century in South Africa's first class cricket. So, Tristan Stubbs. He became the 11th batsman to hit a triple century in South Africa's first class cricket. Next, RBI cancelled the license of Sumerpur Mercantile Urban Cooperative Bank, that is in Pali, Rajasthan. Here, depositors will receive the deposit insurance claim up to amount of dash from the DICGC. So, whenever a bank is liquidated, then a maximum that the insurance claim depositors can claim here is 5 lakh rupees. This is for all the banks, right? If any of the bank is liquidated, then irrespective of the money that you hold in the bank, if it is more than 5 lakh rupees, you will just be getting 5 lakh rupees. But if it is less than 5 lakh rupees, that amount you will be getting. So friends, next and the last question for the day that I want to give you as a homework is, who authored the book Neeraj Chopra, the man who made history? This is your homework, and I need to see maximum participation of all the students watching this video. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the 4th week of the Feb month. Now let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. PM Narendra Modi's visit to Uttar Pradesh on 19th of Feb. Right? During his visit, he has inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of various development projects. First, you need to remember he launched 14,000 projects worth 10 lakh crore rupees across UP. This was during the 4th groundbreaking ceremony of UP Global Investor Summit. I repeat, this was the 4th edition of the groundbreaking ceremony of the UP Global Investor Summit. And where was this summit held? Location important. Location is Lucknow. Right, so question can be asked that where was recently the 4th groundbreaking ceremony of the UP Global Investor Summit 2023 held? It was held in UP, Lucknow, UP. Then next, remember, he laid the foundation stone for Shri Kalki Dham Temple. Shri Kalki Dham Temple. And this Sri Kalki Dham temple will be in the Sambal district of UP. In the Sambal district of UP. Third, remember, he also laid the foundation stone for 4 power projects developed by Torrent Power in UP. If we talk about UP, who is the Chief Minister? Yogi Adityanath. Who is the governor here? Anandiben Patel. Next. Next is we are looking at some of the cabinet approvals for 21st of Feb. First, remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the Union Cabinet, and Union Cabinet has recently amended in the foreign direct investment policy in the space sector, and 100% FDI has been allowed in the space sector now, right? Second, flood management and border areas program for the period 2021 till 2026 has been launched. Flood management and border areas program. Third, remember, inclusion of the additional activities in the National Livestock Mission in NLM. That is your National Livestock Mission. And fourth is for your women safety, right? For the safety of women. Correct? Mark this. Then fifth, remember, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by PM Narendra Modi approved the fair and remunerative price, that is FRP, of sugarcane. For sugarcane, the FRP is 340 rupees per quintal, right? So these are some of the cabinet approvals for 21st of Feb. Next, how many BrahMos missiles will be procured for the Indian Army recently? So, important question, take a note. The Cabinet Committee on Security, CCS, I repeat, Cabinet Committee on Security has approved the procurement of more than 200 BrahMos extended range. This is the new version of BrahMos missile, that is BrahMos ER, that is BrahMos extended range of these missiles. Extended range of these supersonic cruise missiles will be procured. 200, right? And this will be for the, and where they will be deployed? In the Indian naval warships. Then next thing, remember, the deal has been signed that is worth 19,000 crore rupees. Correct? Next. What is the rank of India in World Bank's Women Business and Law 2024 Index? I repeat, in WBL 2024 Index, that is Women Business and Law 2024 Index. This is the 10th edition of this index, correct? And this was released by, World Bank Group. It was released by World Bank Group. Question asked to you here is, what is the rank of India in this particular index? So India stood at 113th position out of 190 countries in this index. Correct? And remember, the index shows that Indian women enjoy 60% of the legal rights that are granted to women, which is lower than the global average of 64.2%. Then if we talk about World Bank Group, and we saw who is the president of World Bank, Ajay Banga, headquarters in Washington DC, and 1994 this was established. Paymart India partnered with how many Indian banks to introduce India's first virtual ATM? So Paymart India, they have partnered with 5 Indian banks, right? They have partnered with, Paymart India partnered with 5 Indian banks, and it is to introduce India's first virtual ATM. India's first virtual ATM. Correct? Take a note of this. Which are these 5 banks? IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Axis Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and Karur Vysya Bank. Right? These 5 banks partnered with fintech startup, that is Paymart India, and it is to offer innovative virtual cardless and hardwareless facility. Correct? And they will be introducing India's first virtual ATM. Correct? This service, this virtual ATM, will require a smartphone, mobile banking application, and an internet connection for cash withdrawal. The minimum limit for the withdrawal is 100 rupees and maximum rupees per transaction is 2000 rupees, and there is a monthly cap of 10,000 rupees for virtual ATM withdrawals, right? And initially this virtual ATMs, they will be available at Chandigarh, Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai and Mumbai. Which organization approved $23 million to Indian to construct IFI inside GIFT City? So, which organization approved this $23 million loan to India for constructing IFI inside GIFT City? What is this IFI? IFI is your International FinTech Institution. International FinTech Institution. And GIFT City we have seen. Where is this located? GIFT City is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and GIFT stands for Gujarat International Finance Tech City. Correct. So which organization has provided this amount? It is Asian Development Bank. They approved $23 million to India for this International Finance Institution project in GIFT City. Correct. Take a note of this. Next, if we talk about GIFT City, who is the managing director and chief executive officer of GIFT City? Tapan Ray. Right? Where is the headquarter? It is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. And when was this established? In 2015. First question is, who launched 4 portals to modernize the media industry? So recently, our Union Minister of MIB, Union Minister of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Singh Thakur, correct? He has recently launched 4 transformative portals as a part of MIB's digital initiative, and the aim here is to modernize the India's media industry. Next is ECI, Election Commission of India. They signed an MOU with which organization for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha polls? So Election Commission of India, they signed a memorandum of understanding with IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, and Department of Post, that is DOP, that comes under the Ministry of Communication. And the aim of this MOU between ECI, IBA and Department of Post is to basically enhance the voter awareness, correct? To create voter awareness, right? Electoral awareness, to tell people about the elections, right? That how elections are conducted, what are their rights, how they should vote, what are the criteria they should look into a political party before voting, correct? So that is the reason to create this electoral awareness. Election Commission of India, Indian Banks Association and Department of Post, these together they signed an MOU to create electoral awareness. If we talk about IBA, Indian Banks Association, who is the chief executive here? Sunil Mehta, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Who launched an initiative to increase awareness of medicinal plant? So our Union Minister of Tribal Affairs, that is Mota, Arjun Munda, correct? He has launched a joint national level project of health screening and management through Ayurvedic intervention, and this is to create awareness about healthcare requirements of students that are residing in EMRS. According to ICF World Competitive Monitor 2023, which Indian firm is among the top 300 cooperatives in the world? First of all, what is this ICA? ICA is your International Cooperative Alliance. Correct? They have released the 2023 edition of the World Cooperative Monitor report. And here, India's IFFCO, that is Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited, it has topped among the top 300 cooperative rankings based on the ratio of the turnover. Correct? And remember, India's Amul, that is also known as Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, they were ranked second here. Let me show you the list itself. IFFCO was on top, Amul second. Correct? And this is a company of France on third, Sistema Unimed of Brazil third, and so fourth, and so on. Correct? So on top it was Amul, and it was in the agriculture and food industries section. Next, which organization has allowed the banks and non-banks to issue PPI to commuters for public transport? What is PPI? PPI stands for prepaid. PPI is your prepaid payment instruments. So banks and non-banks have been now allowed to issue these PPIs to commuters for public transport. It was done by RBI. Correct? RBI amended the master directions on PPI to allow banks and non-banks PPI issuers to issue these PPIs for making payments across various public transport system. Correct? What is the aim of doing this? Right? The aim here is to offer convenience, speed and affordability. Correct? In various public transport systems such as your metro, buses, rail, waterways, tolls, parkings and so on. Right? Then remember, the cash loading of PPIs is limited to 50,000 rupees per month, subject to overall limit of the PPI. Next is RBI imposed a penalty of 3 crore rupees on which organization or banks. So RBI imposed a total penalty of 3 crore rupees, right? In this, remember, it imposed penalty on SBI, Canara Bank, City Union Bank and Ocean Capital Markets Limited, right? If we look at Canara Bank, a penalty of 32.3 lakh crore 32.3 lakh penalty was imposed. Then if we talk about Ocean Capital Market Limited, a penalty of 16 lakh rupees was imposed. If we talk about City Union Bank, a penalty of 66 lakh rupees was imposed. And if we talk about SBI, a penalty of 2 crore rupees were imposed. Right? Moody's revised India's GDP growth rate for fiscal year 24 or for this current year 2024 to be dash. So India will be growing as per Moody by 6.8%. Earlier they projected it to be 6.1%, but now they have increased their GDP forecast to 6.8% after the result of the third quarter GDP of fiscal year 24, that was 8.4% for India. Right? India is growing heavily in manufacturing sector, not just in manufacturing sector but also in the infrastructure sector also, right? And remember, the inflation in January, it has dropped to 5.1%, that was 5.7% in the month of December. Next is NGEL and UP Rajya Vidyut. They have partnered to develop renewable energy projects in which state? So remember, NGEL, that is NTPC Green Energy Limited, right? They partnered with UP Rajya Vidyut and this was a joint venture agreement and it was for the development of renewable parks and projects in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Next, Akshaya Kalpa signed an MOU with which organization to finance 1500 small dairy farmers? I repeat, Akshaya Kalpa, they signed an MOU of which organization to finance 1,500 small dairy farmers? So it is BII and Samunati. These are the two organizations with which Akshaya Kalpa Farms and Food Private Limited, this is a Karnataka based company, and they signed an MOU with BII. BII is your British International Investment and Sanumati Financial Services. These organizations will together finance 1500 small dairy farmers. Correct? Take a note of this. Direct question can be asked from here. And these small dairy farmers, they will be funded or they will be provided finance in which state? Especially in Karnataka and Telangana. So we can say in the state of Karnataka and Telangana, Akshaya Kalpa along with BII and Samunati, they will be financing 1500 small businesses or dairy farmers. Next is Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways partnered with which organization or institute to set up India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair? So remember, India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in IIM Shillong, and remember, this will be to cater the multimodal logistics sector, right? To basically grow and update or basically enhance your multimodal logistics sector, especially in the northeastern region. So this India's first Gati Shakti research chair will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya in IIM Shillong, and for which Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways partnered with IIM Shillong. Correct? Then this chair will also aim to promote collaboration with global exports and support multimodal logistic research activities. Which organization partnered with ONGC to expand mobility offerings in their application? So which is that application? It is, or which is that organization? Uber. Mumbai, Maharashtra based Uber, they have signed an MOU with ONDC to explore integration with the network to expand the range of mobility offerings on the Uber mobile application. Right here, remember what is, in simple words, if we discuss, the aim here is to provide safe, affordable and reliable rides to the Indians. Right, basically to provide safe, affordable and reliable rides to all the Indians. Correct. So it is Uber. They have partnered with ONDC, not ONGC. ONDC, that is Open Network for Digital Commerce, to expand mobility offerings in their application. Right. Then remember ONDC. This ONDC is an initiative of which organization? It is DPIIT. Correct. PM Narendra Modi has addressed Viksit Bharat Viksit Chhattisgarh. Right. This event was held during in Chhattisgarh, and the main aim of this event was that PM Narendra Modi has launched various projects worth 34,400 crore rupees. Right. I repeat, he virtually, that is through online mediums, he addressed this event, that is Viksit Bharat Viksit Chhattisgarh. During this event he inaugurated and dedicated the nation and laid the foundation stone of several development projects worth 34,400 crore rupees in Chhattisgarh. These projects, they included sectors such as power, coal, roads, railroads, solar energy and so on. If we look at the projects, right, first project, remember, he dedicated a Lara super thermal power project. Correct. This will be in Raigad district of Chhattisgarh. In the Raigad district of Chhattisgarh. Then second, remember, he inaugurated three key first mile connectivity projects. Three key first mile connectivity projects, that is FMC. Right, and this project will be connecting southeastern coalfields, and they are built with a cost of 600 crore rupees. Then third, remember, SECI, that is your Solar Energy Corporation of India, they have commissioned India's largest BESS Now what is BESS? If you remember, India also became a part of BESS. BESS stands for Battery Energy Storage System, and that stores energy using solar energy. So India's largest battery energy storage system was also inaugurated in Chhattisgarh. Correct. And if we talk about Chhattisgarh, who is the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh? Vishnu Dio Sai. Next is, what is the theme of Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo 2024? So remember, recently Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo was held. This was held in Pune, Maharashtra, right, and it was held from 24th to 26th of Feb. There was a theme that you need to remember here for this expo event, that is Inspire, Learn, Engage. Right. Who were the organizers here? Maharashtra government along with Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. So Maharashtra government and Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation together organized this Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo 2024. Right? Take a note of this. Then during this expo, we saw multiple industries and multiple licensing agreements were held. Multiple MOUs were signed between multiple organizations. Right? Next, NGEL. that is NTPC Green Energy Limited. They have signed an agreement with which organization to develop integrated green hydrogen hub in Andhra Pradesh. We know green hydrogen is a green fuel, correct, and on its burning it releases water vapors, no carbon content is released, so that is the reason we are promoting hydrogen, green hydrogen, that too. Now question asked here is that NTPC Green Energy Limited, they sign an agreement with which organization to develop the integrated green hydrogen hub in Andhra Pradesh. A green hydrogen hub across 1200 acres will be developed in Andhra Pradesh. Question asked is this is along with which organization? It is with APIIC, that is Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. I repeat, Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation along with NGEL. They will be developing this 1200 acres of green hydrogen hub, and it is in Andhra Pradesh. Correct, in Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Correct. Then remember, the aim here is to install a 74 gigawatts of plant, and by 2032 the aim here is to increase the non-fossil fuel capacity or renewable energy capacity to 45 to 50%, including 60 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity with a total portfolio of 130 gigawatt by 2032. Right, but we can say that the target that is established is by 2030 we want to achieve 60 gigawatt of renewable energy. Next is ECI, Election Commission of India. They signed an MOU with which organization for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha polls? So Election Commission of India, they signed a memorandum of understanding with IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, and Department of Post, that is DOP, that comes under the Ministry of Communication. And the aim of this MOU between ECI, IBA and Department of Post is to basically enhance the voter awareness, correct, to create voter awareness, right, electoral awareness, to tell people about the elections, right, that how elections are conducted, what are their rights, how they should vote, what are the criteria they should look into a political party before voting, correct. So that is the reason to create this electoral awareness. Election Commission of India, Indian Banks Association and Department of Post, these together they signed an MOU to create electoral awareness. If we talk about IBA, Indian Banks Association, who is the chief executive here? Sunil Mehta, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways partnered with which organization or institute to set up India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair? So remember, India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in IIM Shillong, and remember this will be to cater the multimodal logistics sector, right, to basically grow and update or basically enhance your multimodal logistics sector, especially in the northeastern region. So this India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya, in IIM Shillong, and for which Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways partnered with IIM Shillong. Correct. Then this chair will also aim to promote collaboration with global exports and support multimodal logistic research activities. When did BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, celebrated their 22nd Foundation Day? So remember, this Bureau of Energy Efficiency, this comes under the Ministry of Power, and they celebrated their 22nd Foundation Day on 1st of March. Important question, take a note of this. Correct. And this was under a theme. Let me show you the theme here. It is Energy Transition through Electrification and Decarbonization in India. This is the theme that you need to remember for this 22nd edition of the Foundation Day that was observed, correct, on 1st of March. The main event celebration of 22nd Foundation Day was held where? In New Delhi. Where will be new AIMS built? In Jammu and Kashmir. So in Vijaypur district of Samba, remember here, new AIMS will be built, and recently PM Narendra Modi inaugurated dedicated and laid the foundations of worth more than 32,000 crore rupees of projects in Jammu and Kashmir, and among them he inaugurated this AIMS Vijaypur in Jammu and Kashmir. Next, which organization approved $452 million loan to boost connectivity in Assam state? It is World Bank. World Bank has approved $452 million loan agreement, and it was loan to enhance the or to boost the connectivity in the Assam state. And we have seen Assam state is the state that is the first state of northeast India where first semiconductor manufacturing facility will be set up. Right here we can see that World Bank, they approved new project worth $452 million to improve the connectivity of over 1.8 million people living in rural areas of Assam. This Assam Resilient Rural Bridge program will strengthen the resilience and management of roads and bridges to help people living in 1739 villages. Right? Apart from this, friends, if I ask you, tell me Kaji Nimu. Kaji Nimu. This is the state fruit of which state? Kaji Nimu. This is of Assam. State fruit of Assam. Right? Then, apart from this, which organization has commissioned 14 megawatt of Ayodhya solar project? Ayodhya solar project. So, which is the state that have approved 14 megawatt? It is NTPC. Next, which organization joined hands with UNSIED to support education of children in the state of Uttar Pradesh? It is REC, Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, under their corporate social responsibility arm, right? They have partnered with Unit of Science and Educational Development, that is UNISED, Unit of Science and Educational Department or Education Development, that is UNISED. So these two organizations partnered together to approximately help or to support the education of more than 75,500 students in Siddhartha Nagar district of UP. In Siddhartha Nagar district of Uttar Pradesh. Correct? And REC committed a financial support of 9.91 crore rupees to support the education in the Siddhartha Nagar district of UP for 75,500 children. If we talk about REC, who is the chairman and managing director? Vivek Kumar Devangan. Headquarters is in New Delhi and it was established in 1969. What is the name of the first ever made in India ASTDS tug? ASTDS, what is this ASTDS? Approved Standardized Tug Design and Specification Tug. Right? This was recently, it is the first ever made in India ASTDS tug that was launched at Paradip Port. Paradip Port, that is in Odisha. Right? And remember, Sarbandana Sonowal has virtually inaugurated this Ocean Grace. Right? The name here is Ocean Grace of this first ever made in India ASTDS tug. Right? This was developed by Cochin Shipyard Limited and it was built with a cost of 45 crore rupees. Not 45,000, just 45 crore rupees. World Bank, along with which state of India, will launch blended finance facility for climate change? So it is World Bank and Goa. They together will launch the blended finance facility for climate resilience, not change, for climate resilience. Right? This initiative aims to access the finance to implement low carbon and climate resilient investment in Goa. Who is the Chief Minister of Goa? Pramod Sawant. Right? And he made the announcement about this blended finance facility. And he made this announcement during the World Bank's India's Climate and Development Partners Meet that was held in Goa, Panaji, and it was from 20 to 21st of Feb. Right? Next, if we talk about World Bank, who is the president? Ajay Banga. Where is the headquarters of World Bank? It is in Washington, DC. In 1944, World Bank was established. Then if we talk about Goa, Pramod Sawant is the Chief Minister. P.S. Sridharan Pillai is the governor, right? Project ODISERV. This was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan in which state? See, Dharmendra Pradhan is our Union Minister of Education and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And he recently launched this project ODISERV. As the name suggests, ODISERV. This is of Odisha. And this project is basically to provide skills training to individuals so that they can become job ready. This project ODISERV is an inaugural skill development initiative that was launched by NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, and this was along with Bajaj Finserv. This is important. Bajaj Finserv. Now the question can be asked in such a way that this project ODISERV, this was launched by which state? Launched by Odisha. It was, if the name of person is asked, it was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan. Then if it is asked the name of the organization, it is NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, along with Bajaj Finserv. They together launched this. Right? Take a note of this. And as I just mentioned, that is to provide skills to the graduates, to the youth, so that they can become job ready. And this skill training program will be of a 100-hour long comprehensive training program. This was launched specifically for Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Next, if I ask you, tell me recently which is the state that has topped in the selling of vehicles. For the selling of vehicles, it is Uttar Pradesh. Then Puppet Festival was held where? Puppet Festival was held in New Delhi, and this was the 11th edition of this Puppet Festival that was held recently. Next, tell me Divya Kala Mela. Divya Kala Mela. Where was this held? This was held, Divya Kala Mela was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in Agartala. Agartala, Tripura. Right? Then recently which state has launched? Dhami against drug campaign. Dhami against drug campaign. Pushkar Singh Dhami is the Chief Minister of which state? He is of Uttarakhand. So this Dhami against drug campaign was launched by Uttarakhand. Next, here you can see if we talk about ODISERV. Here ODISERV utilizes Bajaj Finserv certificate program for banking and insurance program to transmit knowledge and skills to graduate, especially the first generation graduates. And here a 100-hour long training comprehensive course will be provided to the youth. Next, remember 10 products from 8 states recently got the GI tag. Let me show you those products. Here you can see from Assam 2 products, from Gujarat 2 products, and rest are 1 each. So these are the 10 products that recently got the GI tag. Just pause the video and go through these products right now. Correct? Next, if I ask you, tell me which was the first city to have country's first conservation center for Gangotri cows. For Gangotri cows, country's first conservation center was launched. Where was this launched? This was launched in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Correct? In Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Then, in order to tackle flood and erosion on the banks of Brahmaputra river, which organization provided a loan of $200 million? So it was Asian Development Bank that provided a loan of $200 million to India for flood and erosion protection on the Brahmaputra river. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com. And I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.